What's up, guys? Twin Bros React. We're back, and let's get right into it.
Can you name some controversial women's issues?
Controversial women's issues.
Abortion.
Oh, that's a good one. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean,
Of course we are.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like,
Name all of them.
Can you just name a few controversial women's issues?
Issues. The wage gap. The
Honestly,
sexual assault. Me too.
the Madonna horror complex.
Can you name any men's issues?
oh, men's issues.
They need to treat women better.
Erectile dysfunction.
Oh, yeah.
How is that a men's issue? If anything, they're like turning it around, making it back to a woman's issue. Depression, the fact that like 80% of men aren't getting any gain. The fact that marriage is a bad contract. Like there's so many things she could have said.
Yeah, I bet you they couldn't even. I bet you they don't even know what toxic masculinity is.
Okay, but I mean, like, can you name any like men's struggles?
Oh, struggles.
Mental health.
Yeah, mental health. That's definitely.
Actually, men commit rates. They actually commit suicide the most.
More. Yeah.
Women attempt more, but men are more successful.
And can you name any men's issues?
Yeah, like toxic masculinity.
Just honestly, the patriarchy affects everyone. So like,
Why do you think men's mental health is in crisis?
The stigma behind it, and it's negatively
Yeah, they're
looked
afraid to
upon.
like talk about it, and especially like family just like kind of shames that sometimes.
Why are men typically the ones blamed for inflating a woman's ego?
Because most guys love to tell women how beautiful they are.
Weren't men groomed to be that way?
Yes, and to respect women ever since we're little.
I grew up in a household with 3 women. My brother, and then my 2 twin sisters. Yes, we have sisters that are also twins. And my mom. And all 3 of them were constantly pushing on me as a child that you need to be respectful of women. They're pretty. Women should be treated well, but well in the sense that you respect women.
For sure.
I don't know, but we don't do that. They inflate their own ego.
Right, but I mean, what about simps? Simps are blamed for inflating a woman's ego, correct?
Yeah. And that's just degrading the value of the man, is what it does.
Weren't men groomed to be that way?
I hate to say it. Yes, they were groomed to be simps. We're supposed to come in and just go with what goes on, just conform with the household, go out, work, bring it all in, and
We are supposed to treat a lady with respect, but no, we're not groomed to be lower ourselves for something else. Because if I lower myself to come to your level, I can't help you get to my level.
Are women equally guilty for demoralizing men and their ego?
Absolutely. Women choose. Women are choosers.
Are women equally guilty for demoralizing men and their ego?
Yes, they are, because, you know, women just could, like I said, they could easily go on some kind of social media and just post a picture of themselves and expect a man to go ahead and give her everything she needs because she's wearing makeup, basically. And you know what? That's not how it should be. It should be an even playing field for the both of us.
Aren't women raised to be spoiled as princesses?
Women are raised. Women are coddled. They absolutely are. Yeah.
So if so, why isn't that given any attention?
Well, because it's a woman world. It's everything, you know, rules around women. It's whatever the woman says, that's what the man's going to do.
Since the dawn of time, there have been wars fought over singular women. So, yes, men, even powerful men, covet beauty and youth. It's just a thing. It's always going to be a thing as long as there's men. Because men value beauty and youth.
I mean, I got a kid too, so I'm guilty of this. So, I don't know. It's just, I think it's something innate in us biologically. We just want to build, protect, and our princess, our little girls, are somebody we can protect. I mean, obviously, since the moment they're born.
that's not completely wrong. I mean, I can kind of agree with that. Like, generally speaking, let's take away all of the modern norms. In general, men have the instinct to protect those that aren't as physically strong as they are.
Yeah, women should be protected. They're not as strong as we are, so it's our duty to protect them. We should. We're the stronger ones.
Again, it's at a biological level. It's built into us. It's instilled into our DNA from
Right.
birth.
I mean, it's in the same sense. A good man with a good head on his shoulders is going to have that ingrained in him no matter what. I mean, if I see a child in trouble, they don't have to be mine. I will help them if I see it happening. It's just an instinct.
Do you find it hypocritical when parents advise their sons to avoid gold diggers while also advising their daughters to find a man who will take care of them?
I think that's freaking hypocritical.
It's hypocritical, but it's the way of the world. Doggy dog world, baby.
Are men no longer providing because women don't want to submit, or are women no longer submitting because men don't want to provide?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm so glad that you asked that. I think it is because women don't want to submit because of, sometimes the guy's not worth it. A woman will submit if the guy if she feels safe, if she feels secure, if he treats her right and respectful. So yeah, we will. It's almost it's automatic. You don't even have to say it. A woman will submit.
I want to challenge that. I would say that certain types, especially the more aggressive / masculine energy, women will not submit to anyone. But they're also going to die alone, more than likely anyway, because they're not going to be happy. There's nothing that you can do to satisfy their ego. So they're just going to continue to ask things of you until you get tired of them. Or
I agree, but I would say even among those strong women that won't bow to anyone because they're mildly damaged, even those women, if they find someone that is so over-the-top alpha in the sense that they just got all their bases covered in every regard, their finances are ridiculously on point, they just seem like a super inspirational individual to be around, I think that a lot of these strong women would even submit when they wouldn't otherwise to anyone else if the man was like the top G.
the pun intended?
Pun intended.
A man is put on this world to take care of the woman. So a man is that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what a woman's supposed to look for. A man that's able to take care of them. And a man is, I don't think that's a question for a man. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So what were women put on this planet for?
To produce, to nurture. Hello.
So then why are there so many women encouraged and raised to be independent rather than nurturing?
A lot of women were raised without fathers. So how could you know how to be a woman to a man if you didn't have a dad?
Well, right, but a lot of men were raised without fathers, so how could a man know how to be a leader and a provider to a woman if he didn't have a man teaching him that masculine role?
I guess that's just something we all got to figure out together.
I agree with her, but she's talking more about her community. I think it's something like 60 or 70% of the black community grew up without fathers. And I think it's close to like 50-50 or something for white people or something, or maybe it's a lot better than that. I honestly
it's a
don't
growing
know.
number.
Yeah, but for the vast majority of people, though, in general, I'm pretty sure they have a father in the household. So no excuse for the majority, but if you did not have a father in the household, yes, it will be harder for you because you didn't have a proper role model. But if you didn't, it's not the end of the world. You just need to find a good role model. It doesn't have to be your father. Just find someone that can teach you the ropes in life and has done it, and they can teach you. Just grab a hold of someone that inspires you of a journey that you want to go through yourself, and then help them or groom them into your mentor. Or find a way that they can mentor you.
Why are men expected to have a healthy perception of themselves, aka confidence, while people continue to blame men for women's inflated ego?
It falls under the social norm, I believe. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion. We're meant to hold that certain status. We're meant to be strong, be a guy.
We have to have confidence as men. We're the king of the jungle, man. We're the most dangerous species on this earth. If we wasn't, it wouldn't look like this, So as a man, we have to have absolute confidence in ourselves.
I think it really starts at the gym with other guys. We compete with each other, so we have to always appear strong. But yeah, you're right. We always seem to always put a little weakness when it comes down to the woman. We'll be strong for other dudes, but girls, we always try to, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, why are men expected to have a healthy perception of themselves, but we don't hold women to a standard of having a healthy perception of them? In other words, we expect men to have confidence, but we don't expect women to be humble.
I think, okay, so this is a good question. I think it's because it comes down to the ego. Women do not have as much ego, so they're not required for all of that, to be humble, to be all these different things. We only really require them. We as men require them to just look good and just come along for the most part.
Women do have, in my opinion, a higher ego nowadays than they should, and definitely higher than a man's ego right now.
Generally,
than most
not
men.
all.
Than most men. I think that social media has damaged the minds of most women that are on social media. Before social media existed, a woman had to be validated in real life, in person.
You really need to just go out there, and if you want to find a girl that's going to be like a ride or die kind of girl, she either needs to have no social media accounts, or if she does, she's not posting selfies of her half naked.
Yeah.
Like, she's just a normal girl, and she posts pictures of her with her family and stuff like that.
And just realize, if there's any girls watching, that the attention that you get on social media, you may get a lot, like 2,000 likes or whatever for posting your butt on social media. That isn't the type of thing that you're going to want clout for. And I say that because, yes, it might feel good to have the 2,000 likes, but a good man isn't going to want his wife, his future wife, showing off her body to anyone else except him, because
a high value man is going to see that as lowering your value.
Right.
And we're not going to settle down with that type of girl. We may have you for fun, but we're not going to settle down with you. The ones that we want are the ones with either a low or zero body count, the ones that are traditional, the ones that actually take care of home, that know how to nurture, that know how to be a woman. And
yeah, think about it like this way, girls, if there's any girls watching. How much power does it take to have self-discipline and not post any pictures? It takes way more power to be able to exercise that. And if I have two women, they're both equally as pretty, but one's posting herself half naked on the internet and one's not. Well, the one that's not has so much more power in person, because when she approaches me, I've never seen pictures of her or anything or what she might look like, so I have to respect her so much more highly, because I'm like, wow, she respects herself so much that she's only reserving this for one person ever, and that holds so much power. For me, that's intimidating. I'm like, oh, I have to treat her like a classy woman, because that's who she is. That's how she carries herself. It has so much more power than to just be posting half-naked pictures all the time, because it cheapens you. It really does. I mean, everyone's seen your body, so what's the gift of seeing your body? It's not a gift at all. There's so much power in there.
What's more valuable? Something that everyone has had, not everyone, let's say 50 people have been able to share, or just you?
All right, YouTube, thanks for checking in. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and see you next time.
See you guys.